Have you ever wondered why some people remain blissfully happy, no matter how tough life gets? How do they manage to find joy even on gloomy days, when everything around them seems to be falling apart? Namaste and welcome to our channel. Kindly press the subscribe button now so you never miss out on soul-stirring stories that can truly shift your perspective on life. Today, we shall explore the tale of an elderly woman from the village of Kundanpur, a woman who taught an entire generation how to discover happiness, regardless of the situation. Are you ready to uncover the secret to joyful living? Let's begin without delay. Part 1. Alone in the night. No one will save you except yourself. Rajiv, a young lad from Bhavnagar, dreamed of becoming the founder of a tech startup in Mumbai, the city where everything feels possible. But during many sleepless nights, he often sat alone in his tiny rented room, staring at his mobile screen, hoping for a message of encouragement or a comforting word. But no, there was only the stillness of the night. No one checks on you. No one asks if you're tired. Whether you fail or succeed, the world remains silent. Only you can pull yourself up. That was when Rajiv realized a harsh but powerful truth. Success doesn't come from waiting for someone else to support or motivate you. Every big dream must be seized by your own hands. In that very moment of loneliness, he understood, only he could rewrite his destiny. He stood up, erased every complaint, ignored the fatigue, and began to review his actions, what he had done, and what he hadn't. No one else could change his life. Rajiv took a deep breath and decided to move forward, even if no one walked beside him. Part 2. The Trap of Tomorrow, the Killer of Dreams. Rajiv had many chances in life. He could have learned new skills, explored investment opportunities, or enrolled in advanced courses. But every time, he told himself, "I'll do it tomorrow." Once, he received an interview invitation from Vedanta X Solutions, his dream company. But instead of preparing, he convinced himself he wasn't ready. "Tomorrow will be better," he said to himself. But that tomorrow never came. He missed the opportunity, and everything remained just a dream. One day, sitting in his 80-square-foot room, Rajiv reflected on all the chances that had slipped by. He realized that it wasn't a lack of talent or opportunities, it was his constant procrastination that killed every dream. "Tomorrow," he whispered bitterly, "is not a savior. It is the greatest deceiver." That day, Rajiv vowed to quit depending on tomorrow. He would act today, no matter the situation. He understood, if he continued living in the trap of tomorrow, his dreams would forever remain an illusion. Part 3. The Mirror of Truth. A face-off with the self. One early morning, Rajiv stood before the mirror. The soft sunlight touched his face. He looked into his own eyes and silently asked, "How have I lived these past 2 years? Am I truly worthy of my dreams?" He saw a version of himself that was fragile, unsure, always delaying, and afraid to confront challenges. The feeling of failure and confusion filled him, and he couldn't even find comfort in his own reflection. Then came the turning point. "My biggest enemy is not someone else, it is myself." I allowed fear, delay, and indecision to crush my own dreams. He realized no one else could rescue him. No one could change his future, unless he himself was ready to face his fears and the bitter truth of his own shortcomings. Rajiv finally understood. He could no longer live with self-deception and hesitation. Like every other person with a dream, he needed to confront his weaknesses, dare to change, and act now, not later. This world is not for those who keep standing still. It is only for those who are brave enough to walk forward and write their own story. Part 4. Buried Dreams, Forgotten Memories. Rajiv remembered the early days of his childhood in Bhavnagar, a time when he held a simple yet grand dream. Back then, he aspired to become India's best AI engineer, creating groundbreaking technologies that could transform the nation. As a young boy, he used to passionately sketch designs, imagining a future where he would do something magical for Bharat. But with time, that dream began to fade. The vision of a bright future was slowly buried under the weight of daily struggles, repeated failures, and endless hesitation. He opened an old wooden box, where he had once kept his engineering sketches. Now, those yellowed sheets were just faded memories, whispering stories of a hopeful and fearless young boy. What have I done with those dreams? He asked himself. Did I let them die like this? Rajiv realized, dreams don't die because of poverty, they die from neglect. He had allowed life to drift him away. He let hardships silence his inner fire. But amidst the dust of disappointment, a small spark of belief lit up again. If he didn't act now, he knew he would live with lifelong regret. Part 5, The 5 a.m. Decision. Discipline begins with a bell. On a chilly winter morning in Mumbai, the alarm rang sharply at 5 o'clock. It broke Rajiv's deep sleep. His body ached, his mind begged to stay in bed. But deep within, a powerful voice echoed, "No one cares if I'm tired. No one worries that I am broke. I must rise and work." For the first time in years, Rajiv pushed himself up and went out for a run. His legs felt weak, but his heart was on fire. Every stride he took was a message. I can overcome myself. He understood, the greatest victory is not in achieving something huge all at once, but in conquering those weak moments when we feel like giving up. From that day onwards, Rajiv vowed never to skip a morning again. He started waking up early, doing pranayam and stretches, planning his day, and working with focus. It was tough, but with each passing day, he felt closer to his dream. And above all, he noticed a shift within, a new discipline, a grit he had never known before. Now he knew, with discipline, he would never fail again. After listening to the story of R.G. Savita, young Arjun completely transformed his understanding of happiness. He realized that happiness is not something we seek outside. It is a conscious decision we make each day, even in the tiniest of things. In reality, when he changed his perspective and started focusing on the beauty of simple moments, he found that true joy does not come from success or money, but from how we respond to the challenges life throws at us. And what about you, my friend? Have you ever found happiness in the small, simple things of life? Please do share your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you found today's story meaningful, don't forget to tap the like button. For more such inspiring stories, please subscribe to our channel and stay updated with our latest videos. Remember, life is a journey, and happiness is a choice. So choose to live a meaningful, fulfilling life, one moment, one breath at a time.